Well, new at 4, the power problem in the town of Henrietta may soon be solved. As we've previously reported, the town basically ran out of space on the electric grid, which has stalled business and residential development. News 10 NBC investigative reporter Jennifer Lukey shows us how the state, the county, and RG&E have worked together to find a solution.
This has been a major concern here in the town of Henrietta for more than a year now. And of course, the question is, if there's not enough capacity on the electric grid right now for homes and businesses, what happens when some of these state mandates go into effect that will require all school buses and public transit be electric too? There's a developer who wants to build desperately needed senior housing on this piece of land in Henrietta.
It's called the Masonic Care Community. It's the Freemasons of New York. That project is on hold because there isn't power.
That one's on hold. Some of the others have just moved on.
We've had a number of projects that have had to be turned away because they can't get power today. So this is a huge step in that direction. And I'll let you know, we are pursuing multiple billions of dollars worth of investment in this area.
Today, the state announced it'll chip in nearly $5 million toward the $17 million price tag to expand the electrical infrastructure here in Henrietta.
But in order to deliver on our promises for housing and jobs, we need to make sure that we have safe, reliable, and accessible access to power.
RG&E will cover the rest of the cost, and while that's good news for this town, what about the others?
So many towns seem to be having these issues when we're just talking about housing and business development, let alone some of the upcoming state mandates for electric school buses and public transit. Can you keep up with those mandates, and how?
That's where I referenced the nationwide challenge. It's really something that all utilities and all leaders across the United States are really looking at.
Yeah, but I mean, this school bus mandate is coming for us in the next couple of years. So is it even physically possible for our districts right now?
I think that's really something that the state has been looking at in a collaborative approach between NYSERDA, the New York Independent System Operator, the New York Public Service Commission, state government.
It seems no matter what, though, the power companies won't be paying for the needed grid updates on their own. The state of New York, through its taxpayers, is chipping in too.
They did this once before up in Webster. They made an investment in the electrical infrastructure up there, and that helped secure the Fairlife development in Webster. This is another type of investment in that same type of infrastructure that's going to help spur investment in Henrietta.
Henrietta was probably in the most dire situation when it comes to power, but there are other towns in Monroe County who are struggling as well. Brighton and Penfield. RG&E and Monroe County say they are looking to see if they can expand this model there to ensure that those towns have the power they need to welcome in more people who live and work there. In Henrietta, Jennifer Lukey, News 10.